Have you ever felt bad and sad inside, like you're not good enough just because you're a nice person? You get that icky feeling that nice boys and girls get treated badly in dating these days, while mean and harmful behavior gets rewarded instead. If those words made you feel some truth in your heart, then you've probably been hurt by how dating is super unfair to good, kind people nowadays. Wrong manipulative mind tricks, fake compliments, and chaotic hot and cold relationships have become a thing to aim for, using your kindness against you to take advantage. But I'm here to break that mean cycle and expose the ugly truth about what's really happening, and help you see things a new way as we pull back the curtain on 8 reasons why dating has become an uphill battle for nice people, and how you can beat the game that's rigged against you. Number 1. The attention economy myth. In today's hyper-connected world, the myth is that people, especially women, have an endless horde of admirers flooding them with attention and validation every waking hour. This is a lie. What's really happening is that insecure people, bad actors, and manipulators have realized bombarding others with empty attention is an easy way to stroke their own ego and appear desirable on the surface. It's not genuine human connection they crave, but the hit of momentary validation. Don't be fooled. This cheap attention is as unhealthy and unfulfilling as fast food. The insecure attention seekers are like junk food junkies, constantly chasing the next empty calorie hit of validation rather than pursuing real sustenance. Their need to portray an illusion of being desired is an addiction that can never be satisfied. Someone who is truly confident and happy with themselves has no need to constantly seek external praise like this. Nice people know there is no substitute for self-love and inner validation. They are comfortable enough with themselves to not require constant empty flattery from others. True confidence comes from within, not from how many meaningless message notifications you receive. Number 2. The thirst trap. In line with craving shallow validation, we have people, again usually the insecure ones desperate for ego boosts, who dangle the prospect of intimacy and affection in front of their prospects like a carrot on a stick. They'll make grandiose romantic gestures or say hyperbolic things to suck people into investing before the inevitable letdown. This manipulative thirst trap sadly tends to work on nice people who haven't learned to identify the red flags yet. It hooks them with the thing they genuinely want, to share love and affection with another. The nice person sees the romantic overtures as a promise of authentic connection to come. But these wolves in sheep's clothing have no intention of following through. They are merely using empty words and half promises to harvest attention and validation to soothe their own deep insecurities. Do not be fooled. Actions speak louder than words. Nice people value authentic follow-through over cheap talk. Number 3. The thrill of unstable relationships. On a deeper level, human beings have an innate evolutionary wiring that causes us to still crave the erratic highs and lows of unstable, dramatic relationships to some degree. The rushes of idealization and devaluation, hot and cold, create cycles of intoxicating newness followed by spiking anxiety, stimulating the brain's reward centers in unhealthy ways akin to other addictions. Manipulative, insecure people understand this hardwired craving for unstable passion, and they cynically nurture dynamics full of mind games, power struggles, and emotionally avoidant behaviors. They cultivate unavailability and vulnerability allergies as a form of mitigation against true intimacy. This creates a perpetual push-pull dynamic where their partners become hooked on chasing their ephemeral approval and validation like thirsty addicts, despite the unhealthy chaos. Nice people are understandably turned off by this toxic roller coaster. They simply want to build stable, fulfilling bonds anchored by mutual trust, consistency, and emotional attunement. The chaotic ups and downs manufactured by turbulent, dramatic people hold no appeal for them. However, in the modern dating scene, warped by rewards for emotional unavailability, this healthy preference for stability can get labeled as boring or a lack of excitement. The toxic myth gets perpetuated that true passion can only arise from volatility and destabilizing dramas. Nice people know better. True happiness stems from secure, mutually supportive bonds, not draining drama fests. Number 4. Personality disorder normalization. Tying into this incentivization of unstable relationships over stable ones, we've also seen a disturbing normalization and even glorification of toxic personality traits and diagnosable personality disorders as supposedly desirable alpha behavior. Arrogance, lack of empathy, impulsivity, reactive violence, and blatant emotional manipulation frequently get misconstrued as being indicators of high value and magnetic masculine or feminine energy. Thanks to social media influencer culture and certain strains of viral internet behavior modeling, individuals who exhibit textbook cluster B personality disorder symptoms like narcissistic, borderline, histrionic, etc. get treated as icons to be emulated. Narcissistic influencers, unhinged rant makers, and emotionally erratic tastemakers become idolized archetypes for young people navigating identity and culture. Meanwhile, those who exhibit genuine emotional maturity, empathy, consistency, and stability get dismissively labeled as boring or lame. The implication being that there's something weak or unexciting about having a healthy, secure psychological foundation. Nice people find themselves in a constant state of inner conflict and self-doubt as the dating world seems to be loudly celebrating the very toxic, abusive patterns and enmeshed dysfunctions that repulse them. The truth is, real high value exists in genuine emotional resilience and fortitude. Strength is being attained not by adopting cluster B defenses, but by doing the hard work of sustained self-investigation and individuation. Nice people must stay resolved in embodying this deeper, more resonant form of attractive self-possession. Number 5. Weaponized ambiguity. There's an unfortunate pattern of people, mostly the insecure ones again, who deliberately cultivate ambiguity and lack of commitment in their romantic connections. They dangle just enough breadcrumbs of potential interest and intimacy to string people along without any real follow-through. This serves to inflate their ego and keep their options open while avoiding any genuine vulnerability or reciprocity on their part. They leverage this ambiguity as a power play to deprive their prospects of closure or real answers about what's going on between them. Nice people hunger for clarity and open communication in their relationships, which is a perfectly reasonable expectation, but the calculated ambiguity cultivated by toxic people uses their very decency against them. They keep extending compassion and understanding where none is deserved because of their good nature. Don't fall into this trap. Clearly stated boundaries, needs, and expectations from the outset are the hallmarks of healthy connections. Ambiguity is a red flag. Number 6. Love bombing to love withholding cycles. Manipulative people are masters of the love bomb to love withholding cycle. They will initially shower their targets with excessive flattery, grandiose romantic gestures, and future faking to manufacture a whirlwind courtship and infatuation stage. This triggers feelings of idealization in their target about how amazingly they are being treated. Then, without any clear reason or warning, they'll suddenly devalue that person by withdrawing all the previous love-bombing affection and going emotionally ice-cold. This sends their target into a tailspin of confusion, anxiety, and desperation to understand why the person that they are idealizing has now completely blindsided them. This bait-and-switch cycling between intense love and intense devaluation creates a powerful, addictive, traumatic bond and renders the target increasingly codependent to try to re-obtain that previous idealization stage. Meanwhile, nice people get ensnared in this dynamic by extending endless faith that if they're just patient and understanding enough, the good treatment will continue. This compassion gets mercilessly exploited by the love bomber without boundaries being enforced. Don't ignore red flags. Stable bonds develop at stable paces. Number 7. Parasitic behavior. Far too many insecure people have developed the toxic mentality that leveraging others for attention, favors, or resources without any genuine reciprocation is somehow an acceptable social strategy. They are emotionally parasitic, continuously leeching off the good graces of kind people without giving anything of real substance back. Their motive is, again, to keep harvesting an endless supply of validation, ego strokes, and having their needs met, all while having no sincere intention of mutually satisfying the needs of the person they are parasitizing off. It's a strict owner relationship where they act as the perpetual taker. Nice people end up depleted and taken advantage of because of their very willingness to be accommodating and not pass premature judgment. They deserve so much better than being bled dry by parasitic emotional vampires who don't appreciate or value their generosity. Set firm boundaries. Emotional parasites can never get enough from their hosts. Number 8. The thrill of the self-destruct. At the core of many toxic dating patterns is the fundamental fear of intimacy and success that plagues insecure people. On some deep level, they don't feel worthy of real, sustained love and happiness, so they actively sabotage any promising genuine connections through self-destructive behavior. When things start going well and intimacy builds, they self-sabotage by creating drama, withholding affection, devaluing their partner, eroding trust, all subconscious attempts to confirm their inner belief that they don't deserve love. It's self-fulfilling prophecy rooted in their core insecurities. Meanwhile, their partners who desire intimacy are left reeling, making endless allowances and excuses for the hot-cold treatment because they want to see the best in their partner. The nice person's ability to empathize gets ruthlessly exploited by the insecure, self-destructive partner. Don't ignore patterns. Real love is consistent. In the end, the modern dating landscape has become unfair for nice, stable people seeking genuine connection and mutual understanding. Insecure people driven by their needs for validation and fear of intimacy have warped social narratives to glorify and reward toxic behaviors that nice people rightly find repulsive. However, you now have the knowledge to identify all the red flags and patterns designed to take advantage of your good nature. Use this awareness to reinforce strong boundaries, be confident in your values, and align yourself with healthy, emotionally mature partners who see your decency as the attractive strength that it truly is. Real, unstable love is possible when you filter out the toxic noise. If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.